Even way back then, I was writing things like, simplify your life.
Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Melinda, plain and simple.
I'm going to be doing some more decluttering in my basement today, but before I do that, I wanted to say welcome and thank you to all of my new subscribers, and also thank you to all of my previous subscribers. I appreciate all of the encouragement, all of the advice, all of the feedback that y'all give me. And also, I want to say thank you to my viewers. I know not everybody subscribes and not everybody leaves a comment. So thank you to everyone who watches, whether you subscribe or not, and thank you to everyone who leaves a comment. I love hearing from you guys, and I love learning what you're doing. I love learning more about you, and I appreciate you guys so much. So hopefully you will continue to stay with me as I learn and grow, and I love your support. I love your feedback. I love your encouragement, and I hope I can give that back to you as well. So if you've got something that you need to declutter around your house, grab your stuff and come on, and we'll do this together. Okay guys, if you've been watching my basement declutter series, then you're probably pretty familiar with what this room looks like. As I've said before, my whole basement needs decluttering, but this is the room I have been focusing on. So today what I'm going to do is look around and just see what kind of grabs my attention. I don't know what it's going to be yet. I've already gone through that little cabinet. There's one box down there I could go through. These two cabinets and this one over here, they've already kind of been gone through, but I do still need to go through these bins and boxes, and I also need to go through some things in the closet. Now the closet's not too awfully bad. I'm not sure if I'm ready to go through the bags and purses, and I think at least one of those boxes I think has maybe some like holiday decor. I'm not sure. So I need to decide if I want to start there today or if I want to start working on these bins and boxes. Let me think about it for just a second. Okay, I think I'm going to start with the bins and boxes. I have a little bit of space left in these cabinets, and I can put the things that I do keep out of the bins and boxes in these spaces if I need to. And I also have some space still available on some of the shelves. I like to put everything out so I can see everything, but if you like to do it differently, that's fine. If you like to do a few things at a time, or if you like to do the Dana K. White's no mess method of decluttering, you just go ahead and do however you like, but this is how I like to do it. And so let's get started. I'm going to take everything out, put it on the table, sort through it, and then make decisions on what I'm keeping and what I'm letting go of. I got everything out onto the table except the things in this bag. There's several items in this, and I don't really have that much more room on the table. So I'm just going to go through this stuff really quickly and see what I want to keep and what I want to let go of. There are a lot of pins and things in this container and in this container. So rather than testing them all out down here, I'm just going to take this stuff upstairs and go through the pins and see if they work while I'm doing something this evening, sitting in front of the TV or something. And so I'm not going to worry about that right at the moment, but I did flip through this this little thing really quickly just to see if it was just empty. You can see this is September of 2014, and this is a poem that I wrote back then. Even way back then, I was writing things like simplify your life. Yeah, so most of this though is just blank. So I'll just leave this with this stuff. I will probably just tear out the pages I don't need to keep, and I'll hang on to this part for paper. And I'll also check out the tape to see if it is still good. These are index cards that I had written notes on for classes that I took when I was working, but I don't need those. I don't need I don't need any of these, so all of that can go. I don't need this. These are pins. So I'll just put these with the pins, and I'll see if they are still working or not. If the pins don't work, I'll toss them. If they do work, then I'll decide whether I'm going to keep them or pass them along. I'm not sure what project I was going to work on, but I have a ton of felt here. So yeah, I don't need to keep that. And these things I am going to keep. I'm going to put this with my Christmas stuff, actually, because I can use this yarn. It's red, and I can use that to decorate packages. And then there were just a couple of ribbons in there that I can use to decorate packages. So yeah, that will go with Christmas items, and hopefully we can use it up this year. So now I'm going to tidy all of this up so that I can go through that bag. But you can also see here I had some bags that all these things were in, and all of that stuff can go as well. Don't need to keep it. Well, I emptied that last bag out, and I found several items that I don't need. It's mostly just junky stuff. Some buttons and some other little things. Some jewelry, and actually I think some of these are like broken or something. So don't need those. And some trash, some things that can go into the recycle bin, and some stickers and some things for Christmas. These things I'll put away, but the rest of this can go. I peeked into these 4 boxes, and they actually have office supplies in them, things that I am going to be using with my writing. And that's what I want to use this room for, is to be a place where I can store my extra office supplies. So since that's what's in those boxes, I'm not going to go through them right now because I'm not going to be decluttering any of that stuff right at the moment. So I might as well start focusing on the bins instead. Now some of these have office supplies in them, and some of them have craft supplies. So as you can, maybe you can see, that one says office supplies and craft, and the bottom 2 say craft supplies. The bottom one says craft supplies and ribbon. I'm not sure what's in the top one. I don't know if I didn't label it or if it's just turned around. It may be office supplies, but I'm going to peek in there and see. Oh, this is where I put the things for my memory bin. Yeah, I forgot I had done that. So yeah, I do need to label this box or this bin. But yeah, these are some of the things that I do want to hang on to. As you can see, there's still a lot of room in here. This is the bin that is labeled office supplies and craft. And it does not look like it's going to be very fun. But, oh well. I'll just take the stuff out and see what's in there. Hopefully, some of it will be stuff I'm ready to let go of. There are a lot of things in that bin that were just paper. I think this is stuff that I had from when I did my junk journals. So I've just been putting all of that into this bag as I take it out. So as you can see, there's quite a bit there already. And then there are a few things that are just going to be trash. Some bags that can be used for putting donation things in or trash in. And eventually, you know, I'm just going to have to toss them because, you know, how much of that do you need, right? I have my glue guns and some glue and some paint brushes. Those I'm going to keep. I don't need to keep these. I have this little art kit, which I might hang on to that for at least the time being. I have 3 more bins full of stuff to go through. But I'm going to clear away the rest of the stuff, and then I can go through each one of these bins one at a time. I think this is how they were upstairs in my office before I cleaned all that stuff out. And I think I just took them right out of the shelf and put them into the bin just to put things away because I didn't want to go through this stuff at that time. You know, I was putting all the stuff down here so I could go through it all at the same time, and that time has come. And since I'm not doing the junk journals anymore, I don't need to hang on to this, so I'm just going to put this stuff right in the recycle bin. Okay, so this bin has a lot of things like string, and these are some crochet hooks I bought. There are some art type pins and things like that in here. So I don't really see a whole lot in here that I'm ready to let go of. I did find a couple little pieces of trash type things. These things I'm just going to go ahead and throw in the trash. I'm finding some ribbon and yarn that I don't need to keep. So there are a few things in this bin that I may be able to let go of. So I'm going to continue going through here. I kept just some of the ribbon, and I bought these for a particular purpose, and so I decided if I don't do it this year for Christmas, then I'm going to let that go. And I went through each of these little containers. Like this one's empty, and so this one just has some little ribbon in it and some things that I might use if I do this project. So I'm going to keep that stuff, but I'm going to let all of this stuff go. So there's some pom-poms, sequins, ribbon, some I don't know what kind of yarn this is, but some kind of yarn. And then also there were some things that can just go into the recycle or the trash bin. So I've narrowed down what I had in these two bins, and now it is time to see what is in this bin. Okay, so this one's going to be a little bit harder because I found a bunch of paint and it hasn't even been opened, and I'm thinking I must have had a little project in mind, but off the top of my head I don't remember what it was. So I could say that means I should let it go, but the thing is, I know I'm going to be going through this stuff again, and it's possible that as I continue to go through things, I might remember why I bought this stuff. So for now, I'm going to hang on to it. And then as I continue to go through things, if I don't have a reason to use it, if nothing triggers, then I'm just going to go ahead and let go of it at that time. But I don't want to let go of it now and then have to go out and repurchase it if I remember later, oh yeah, I remember now what I was going to do with that. So it's not going to hurt me any to hang on to it for the time being, because like I said, I know I'm going to be going through this stuff more than once. But I have glue in here and glue guns and paint brushes and scissors and all kinds of stuff like that. And I do want to keep a kind of a basic little art supplies kit. So I think it's okay if I go ahead and keep those for now. But I did find a couple of pieces of paper that I can go ahead and let go of. And I was going to let this go, but you know what? I think it's pretty cool. It says let go and let God. And that's pretty much what I'm doing right now. So I think, at least for now, I'm going to hang on to that, even though I probably won't use it for any kind of an art project. I still think it's pretty cool, so I'm going to hang on to it. Now, it's time to take a peek in this bin. Oh, okay. We might be able to make a little headway with this one. Well, that bin had 6 of these little cubby bins in it. So I'm going to go through each one of these one at a time and see what I can let go of. But I already know I can let go of these. These are actually the little hoop things that come in sometimes when you buy shower cap, and they're like big things. These are what holds the packaging in place. So I kept them probably to do some kind of art thing with or something. I don't know. But I don't need to keep those. I think I bought these for drawing inspiration. So I'm going to put these with my books for the time being, and then I can always give them away as gifts to children, either at Christmas or for birthdays or something. Well, I made a little bit of progress with this. I emptied out 3 of these little cubby bins, but a couple of the cubby bins have like more Christmas oriented type stuff, so I'm going to hang on to that for the time being and go through that maybe a little bit closer to Christmas. And then this one had some things that are like card stickers and cardstock and stuff like that, and a couple of other little projects. So I'm gonna hang on to that just for the time being. And sorry, Bubby, Pumpkin's trying to get a hug. Hang on. You want to say hi? Say hello. He's like, I want mommy to hold me. Hang on, Bubby. Hang on. Okay, so let me pick him up while I keep talking. And then that is some old cards. So I'm going to take that upstairs and going to go through that upstairs and see if there's any that I need to keep. And then this, I would show you, but I've got him in one hand. It's a bunch of crafty type items. So I'm going to let go of that. There's some stencils and, oh, now he's going to get down. Hang on. Some things through here, just some crafty items. And then some crayons, some stencils, all that can go. And then these are some napkins. And I tried doing some decoupage stuff. And the way I would do it, I would just buy tons of things for whatever project I was going to do. And then end up, then not doing very much of it. And so I end up then decluttering everything. So that's what that is. All of that can go. And I also found a bunch of things that can just go straight into the trash. Okay, one last bin. Hopefully this video doesn't run too long. I'm not really sure how long I've been recording or what I have. So let's see if we can get through this one really quickly. And maybe we can let go of a bunch of more stuff and empty out yet another bin. Okay, this looks like a bit of a mess. As it turns out, quite a few of these things are kind of Christmassy. I have a lot of ribbon that seem to be kind of Christmassy, so I think I will wait a little while before I let go of that. So I'll just drop those back down in the box, or in the bin, as I decide. And this one also has a lot of Christmassy ribbon in it, so I will also put that one aside. And this little bin thing, it had inside of it, this is actually, I think, a bunch of my old jewelry. And I was going to use some of that in crafts, but I'm probably not going to do that. But before I just go tossing the whole thing out, I want to go through it because there could be something in here that I actually do want to hang on to. So for the time being, I'm going to put it back in here. And let's see what else we got. Also, this is kind of Christmas themed. And I think I could probably put some of that onto packages or just give it away at closer to Christmas time. These also are a little bit more Christmassy, so we'll put those in here. And this is just some yarn that can be used as string. Actually, I think I made some, I used these for the beards on some little gnomes that I made. Then this one and this one, they have a little bit more variety, but some of them I kind of do want to hang on to. Like, I really like this one, and I like some of the purples, but I do see some in here that I think I can go ahead and let go of. So I'm going to go ahead and pull those out and let go of the ones that I'm ready to let go of. But there's also a few other things. This I'm going to hang on to for Christmas time, and also these two are a bit more Christmassy, so we'll put those in that bin. And this obviously is more Christmassy. Let's see, these bowls I can let go of. This cup I can let go of. I'm gonna let go of this. I'm gonna let go of this. This is just trash. There's these I can let go of. They're little heart-shaped things. All of that ribbon I'm going to let go of. This is just packaging. It can go. I'm going to let go of that. This is an old pattern, but I'm not going to use it, so I'm going to let it go. And then I had some books that I'm going to let go of. I also had these flowers in there. I think I'm just going to put these out with my fairy garden stuff. I don't think I'm going to use them on a craft. And then I have some little wreath forms. And the reason I have so much ribbon is because I was actually going to make some ribbon wreaths. But I don't think I'm going to do it. And that's probably why I'm a little bit struggling with letting things go. I don't think I'm going to do it. I bought a lot of this to use for my junk journals and for other types of little projects like that I was going to do. But if I'm not going to use them, then I don't really need to hang on to all of this stuff. So I'm going to start letting go of some of it and just sort of plant the seeds with the rest of it and then narrow it down a little over time because I'm not quite ready to let go of some of it yet. I took one of the spools of ribbon out of here and I took several out of this one, and this is what I am ready to let go of. Now, like I said, I'm hoping this will just sort of start planting the seeds so that eventually I'll be ready to let go of some more of it. You know, if I don't find a way to use it, eventually I'll let it go. But for now, I'm not quite ready to do that yet. Well, hopefully this video isn't going to be too long, but I think it was pretty productive. I emptied out 2 of these bins, plus a box, and 3 of the cubby bins. And I put all of this Christmas stuff into this bin, and I'm going to change the label on it so I'll know that's what's in here. And that way I can go through this stuff a little bit closer to Christmas, and some of it I'll be able to gift away, and some of it maybe I will use. And also, I have 3 bags of things that I am going to be gifting away, plus a bag full of things that are going to go into the recycle bin, and 2 bags of trash. So now I am going to tidy all this stuff back up and get ready for my next decluttering session. I've stored this stuff for quite a while, but I'm still hanging on, even though a part of me would rather have it gone. I pull it out and look at it and put it right back in and leave it where I know it's at until I look again. Maybe I might need to use it. Maybe I might not. Some of it's been in this bin so long I have forgot. I know I'm not yet ready to bid this stuff goodbye, but I don't know the reason when I question myself why. I only know that where I'm at is somewhere in between, letting go and holding on. It's like I'm stuck in quarantine. Pumpkin said thank you for hanging out with us today while we did some decluttering. And he wants to know if you've been doing some decluttering along with us. Do you feel like you can tell that you've made some progress in whatever area you're working on? Because we feel like we can tell we've been making some progress down here in this room. So let us know in the comments because Pumpkin is really interested. Meanwhile, happy decluttering. Well, there you go.
What you doing, Pumpkin? Yeah? Are you going to declutter some stuff? Yeah.